The quiet truth Kelly Ripa shared on a New York stage. We've all seen those picture-perfect celebrity couples, the ones whose love stories seem to play out like a fairy tale we're just lucky enough to watch. For decades, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have been that couple for America. Their connection, from their soap opera beginnings to their daytime TV throne, felt unshakable. A rare blend of fiery passion, playful banter, and a deep, steady respect that seemed to transcend the glare of the spotlight. But recently, in a rare and deeply emotional moment, Kelly reminded us that even the strongest love stories have chapters we don't always see. The setting was an elegant charity gala at the 92nd Street Y, a night meant to celebrate women in media. As Kelly stepped onto the stage, the room expected the same effervescent, witty host we invite into our homes every morning. But as she began to speak, the air shifted. This wasn't about fame or career triumphs. This was about the heart. Her voice softened, carrying a weight that hushed the entire room. Sometimes, she shared, the hardest part of love isn't letting go. It's learning how to hold on differently, even when everything around you is changing. For a moment, you could have heard a pin drop. In that silence, everyone understood. This was more than a poetic reflection. It was a window into her soul. After months of quiet whispers about her marriage to Mark, Kelly was speaking her truth, not with anger or blame, but with a breathtaking grace that felt both vulnerable and incredibly strong. The love story we all rooted for. Let's be honest, we all loved their story. They were the young actors on All My Children who experienced a chemical explosion of connection, the ones who impulsively eloped in Vegas in 1996. They built a beautiful family and an even more impressive career partnership, becoming co-hosts on Live and business partners in their production empire. Mark often looked at Kelly like she hung the moon, and she in turn never missed a chance to celebrate his humor and strength. They were our #couple goals. But what happens when the goalposts move? What happens when the very things that build a life together, the booming careers, the growing family, the overlapping projects, start to quietly chip away at the private space where a marriage truly lives? This is the quiet cost Kelly seemed to be acknowledging. According to those close to them, the challenge wasn't drama or scandal, but the slow, steady drift that can happen under immense pressure. It's the calendar filled with tapings, meetings, and roles, leaving little room for the quiet mornings and lazy weekends that fortify a bond. The aftermath, a ripple of understanding. As you'd expect, the internet erupted. Clips of her speech went viral, and comment sections flooded with concern. "I hope they're okay," and "This breaks my heart" echoed across platforms. But the most powerful reaction didn't come from a publicist or a tabloid. It came from Mark himself. A close friend revealed that Mark watched the recording of Kelly's speech that evening. He didn't get defensive or angry. He simply sat in quiet reflection before saying, "She's right. Sometimes love changes shape." Can you feel the weight of that? It wasn't an admission of failure. It was an acknowledgement. It was two people looking at the same truth from across the room and nodding in silent understanding. The next morning, Mark arrived at work, smiling faintly at fans and carrying on. But later that week, during their show, something shifted. When Kelly teased him in their usual playful way, Mark paused, his tone turning sincere. "This family means everything to me," he said, looking at her. "Always has, always will. Sometimes you go through changes, but the love stays the same." It was his reply. Not in a press release, but in their shared language, on their own stage. The real meaning of holding on differently? In a world of oversharing and public meltdowns, Kelly and Mark are teaching us a different kind of strength. Kelly's speech wasn't a cry for help. It was a lesson in courageous vulnerability. She showed us that it's okay to admit that a relationship is evolving, that love isn't a constant, unchanging flame, but a living thing that must weather seasons. Holding on differently doesn't mean giving up. It can mean giving each other the space to grow as individuals, even as you remain a family. It can mean trading constant togetherness for a deeper, more intentional connection. It means protecting the core of your bond, even if the outer form has to change. In the weeks that followed, they've retreated from the noise. There are no headlines, no messy interviews, just Kelly laughing with a friend over lunch and Mark taking a quiet walk with their dog. They are, as they have always been, navigating their path on their own terms. Their story isn't a tragedy, it's a testament to the complex, beautiful, and often challenging reality of long-term love. Kelly Ripa stood on a stage and reminded us that true strength isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about facing the changes with grace, honoring the history, and having the courage to hold on in a new way, so that the love, in whatever form it takes, can truly last.